Okay, welcome back to another episode of Your True Sons, brought to you by the Players Lounge. Coming to you guys after another loss, it makes it a little more difficult to do each week. But I'm one of your hosts, Kevin Rutland. I'm here with Jeremy Maclin and Sean Weatherspoon. Fellas, how we doing? Everybody all right?
Recovery.
Spoon, how you doing? You shaking your head, man?
It's pretty tough, man, but hey, the grind don't stop, man. Back to the A.
Back to it. All right, look, I have a couple things to get off my chest before we get into the show, man. So as I flew back home from St. Louis, I went to the game, and I realized, like, man, I'm a fan of like Mizzou football, and I've never been a fan of anything else probably in my life. And unless I was like associated with that team, if I played on the Tigers, I played with the Jags, and yeah, I like those teams, but I've never like finished playing or not been a part of an organization and still rooted for them. And I realized that it kind of gave me like, the expression mom goggles. You can always see the good in something, even if your son or daughter isn't as good as you think. And unfortunately, I think that's where I am with the Tigers right now. So we got to see the outside looking in. We just played the number 3 team in the country with our third string quarterback. And I went into that game thinking we were actually going to win. Maybe it's time for me to remove myself from fandom and be a little bit more objective, because it hurts. I go home. I had to ride that flight home with a plane full of Aggies. It was a long flight back. Even though it was supposed to be like an hour and 30, it felt like 3 hours. But I'm having trouble, guys, removing myself from wanting so much and seeing things that aren't really there. I'm not even sure. How many points did I say they're going to score? My prediction was, did I say 17?
I think you said 17-10 or 17-4 or something.
Well, I said they've scored 17 for sure.
But even thinking that we would hold them to 10 points was crazy. But that's just me wanting the most out of something that, frankly, isn't there. So how do we move forward? As somebody who's hosting the show, or just as a fan, do you say, you know what, you're playing with a third-string quarterback, expect to lose the games against ranked teams, or do you keep the faith? And that's where I'm struggling right now, because I believe in that team, but if this Mizzou team, where you remove the logo and slap another school on it, I would say, yeah, right. But I can't pull myself to say, yeah, right about the Tigers. How do you guys feel about Mizzou in its current state after a third loss?
Go ahead, Mac.
Yeah.
Man, I think that's a loaded question, because I think you can look at it from a bunch of different ways. I think for starters, right, like you think that we haven't put our best game on tape yet offensively, right? That's what you think, right? But every week we kind of are saying the same thing, right? But you've seen glimpses of it. You saw it against KU, right? Now the SEC is just a different breed, right? That's a different level of ball, right? In my opinion. So it's like, okay, is this just who we are now, right? And then you think about, like, just take this past game for instance, right? Like, we ran the ball for over 200 yards, over 6 yards a carry, right? That's a recipe to win with what you just called, quote unquote, a third string quarterback, who everybody that knows anything about Missouri football knows that he's our future, right?
Yeah.
He has a lot of talent, right? I felt like, for whatever reason, that felt like a game plan that was very similar to what you would have ran out there for Bo. And ran out there, like, and I thought that we would see something different with Zollers, right? Like, as far as like your base pass game.
Was that just wishful thinking?
Maybe, possibly, because at the same time, like, I know Drink is a very, very great, sharp offensive mind. I know Kirby's also as well. So maybe it just was wishful thinking. Maybe, hey, this is what it is, and this is we gotta mold our guys to kind of fit what we want to do here. So, um, I think that's another part of it. I think the
Yeah.
next part is also like, once again, it's we just lost to a team that many believes might be the best team in the country. Like, I'm telling you right now, they can run the ball, they can pass the ball, they got team speed at every level on both
Yeah.
sides of the ball. Like, so right now, like it it wouldn't surprise me if there's people that are picking them right now to win to be national champions at the end of the year. Right, that's a really really good football team.
It
Um,
is.
and then the last thing is just, man, it's the SEC, man. If you come and you don't play well, which I don't necessarily think that we played well. Like, yeah, we ran the ball for 207, but it was kind of like a weird 207.
Yeah, it
We
was.
got 50 of it like towards the end of the game there when Hardy broke one.
Hmm.
Um, so
He
if you
broke
don't
one
play,
earlier too. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But if you don't play, you know, well in the SEC, you get beat. And I can say that now. It's very impressive that Texas A&M did that on the road, right? Coming
Very.
to our place, they're doing that. Um, and Spoon just said this, like, we got some wonderful things going on in the end zone, right? That's gonna make that an awesome stadium, but like it feels a little different. Jumbotron, like it does, like the vibe feels a little different. So,
Hmm.
um, it I just man, it's just tough because I don't think it's wishful thinking for thinking that we can compete with
Hmm.
anybody in the nation because I truly think that we can. We got a defense that's built for it. But I told you guys this. I said, hey, if we don't score the ball, right? It's not a coincidence. They've scored 30 on every team except for one. That's not a
Yeah.
coincidence.
Yeah.
So
They can score.
they can score the ball, man. So it was tough. It was tough because like I was wanting to see Zollers. I was hoping it was the same type of mindset that we had second half of Vandy, and it just didn't go that way. So and that could be for a bunch of different reasons, man. But you know what I mean. Once again, it's tough because like I still believe that we can compete with anybody in the nation when we play well.
Before I say anything, Spoon, how do you feel after that loss to A&M, and then it being the third loss of the season?
Well, I'm just being at the game, seeing us start off the season the way we started off the season, going to a game early in the year, checking the energy in that building during that game was something that felt different than what I felt at Mizzou in the past few years, even against our big SEC foes. That KU game was, I mean, it was a lot riding on us, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
hatred, underlying things that are there that just makes that game so much more important. And being there this weekend, coming off a bye and a loss, like I thought I'd feel, the urgency from the Tigers, the coaching staff, the building, and not to say it wasn't a good time at Columbia, because anytime we go back there, it's always a good time, but it's never a good
Definitely.
time when you're getting, a shellacking like that. And then when I think about it, it's still the same thing we've been talking about all year is the on time passing game. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need it. We can run the ball. Yeah, we hit 40 yards on the first play of the game. They backed
Yeah.
us up. They backed us up. Put us on the 9. We hit 40. I'm like, oh yeah, hey, we could do this today. It's gonna be good, right? But I mean, A&M, like you guys said, man, they're talented on all levels. They play man to man, which makes it quite a bit tougher when you're not putting guys in those formations to get them open right now, to free them up, some gimmies. And I thought we didn't do a good job of doing that with our young quarterback. And there was a lot of hope coming off of that Vandy game because of what we saw. But I think there's
Yes.
no pressure in that one. It's like, oh, I'm in the game. Like, boom, okay. They don't
Yeah.
know me. I don't know them. But this is my moment. Like, boom, I look good. But he looked so good in that game to where, like, our optimism was like, ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait. And that's why we felt like we could beat this team. We could beat this team. We have the talent to beat anybody
Yes.
in the SEC. But if we go out and play the way we played, and have the mistakes that we have, I mean, I'm still seeing the roughing the passers, the he can't turn the ball over before half and let the we just can't.
That was tough.
That
That
just
was
took the
tough.
air out of it, man.
That
It's
was
seven
tough.
to nothing, 7-0. We've been battling defensive battle. Boom, we've kept them out. They kept us out, and boom, that happens, and they have a two play touchdown drive to end the half.
Yes.
And I
Yeah.
think that, with having a young quarterback who's going through what he's going through in that game, there was nothing that said like we're gonna come out of this one unless we can just run the ball. As soon as we come out after half and run the ball like we ran it against Central Arkansas, if we
Mm-hmm.
don't, if we don't do it like that, then it's not gonna happen. And that's the way that game felt. Like Mac talked about those hidden yards and things at the end of the game that kind of make our stats look better, but ultimately A&M was in control of that game. And yet I didn't see them like have like their greatest performance, but they
Yeah.
just looked like a well-oiled machine that just didn't make any mistakes. They were on top of everything. They were on top. The coach was counting the box perfectly too. When to throw the bubble, when not to throw the bubble, when to hand it off, and those plays hit us big, man. We had a
Oh
few
my
plays
goodness.
that just took the win out of our defense, and our defense has been a defense that's been steady all year. But when you're steady and ain't nothing going on offense, but some splash runs here and there, I mean, it's just going to be a long day for against a great football team, and that's the reason why that team is in position to do what we thought our Tigers were going to be able to do. But it's not time to give up on the Tigers. I mean, there's still a lot out there. You want to get 10 wins. I mean, that's something we always talked about with Coach Pinkel when we were there, getting 10
Mm-hmm.
wins. I know it's a different climate now with the top 12 getting in and everything, and
Yeah.
we're probably on the outside looking in there. But hey, we got to finish this thing right. And they need to add some more money to drinks, some more money to the contract situation, and it got to be more than what they offered them last time. Make it make sense. That's where I'm at with it, because we're gonna lose a good ball coach if if we don't get it right.
I want to get into what you just said a little bit more, please. You talk about losing a good ball coach.
That's
There
a
are some.
legitimate worry.
Look, I'll tell you right now. I have had 3 people text me and say, "Hey, man, guys are having a great season. I sure hope he stays." And I'm a little bit shocked. I'm like, what is all this? I sure hope he stays business. Now, I understand that there are some big time vacancies out there. LSU, I'm sure. Who's coach from Florida? They might need somebody. Penn
Yeah.
State. There are some names. Are we worried? Does this feel real, or is it kind of rumor mill, unnecessary speculation? What are you thinking, J Mac?
I think here's what worries me a little bit. I think so. I was talking to y'all before we started shooting, right? And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of got a hot take, right? I don't necessarily believe it's a hot take because I think outside of Ohio State, and honestly, like, I think you can even throw Ohio State in there, right? I think if you up Ohio State, let's forget Ohio State. Let's say you throw Indiana and SEC
Okay.
week in and week out, right? It's a very Mizzou like thing. It's like, yo, if you don't play well, you're gonna get nipped, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
if you don't do this, you're gonna and I'm not saying the Big Ten is that much farther behind, but I do believe that like you can pull certain matchups over in the Big Ten to where all those games aren't like those SEC games.
I agree
And
with you.
like I believe that like I hope he doesn't think that Missouri's not at a point where they can compete year in and year out every single year in the SEC. I think if you take Missouri over the last 3 years and you throw them in the Big Ten, right? Even last year when you had Oregon, Penn State,
Ohio State.
like,
Yeah.
I think that it's a different conversation we're having. I think there's not a question that he would not leave because he's right in the thick of it every single year. When you look at what's happened the last 2 years at Mizzou, very, very good years, even the year before that, but 0-6 versus ranked opponents in the SEC. So, like, I just hope that, like, because we're going in the right direction, I just hope that he still feels that as well. Like, I hope that he still believes that as well.
I'm with you, Mac. I just hope, I hope he don't KD us. Like, can't
Talk
beat
to
him,
me.
go join him. Like, shoot, man. I feel like Mizzou is kind of, and it's no shot at Mizzou at all. And you
Mm-hmm.
just talked about it, like the Big Ten, how that conference, how those games are, and how the SEC conference. So when you say if you don't, you got to play your best football, to be That's true for every team in this conference. As you can see at Florida, LSU.
Yeah.
I mean, they lost coaches already. You know, Auburn. I mean, these places are prestigious universities that have done a good job. But if you don't do what you're supposed to do, then that's what's coming for you. When will Mizzou have that type of mentality from the people that make the decisions there to be like, the coach ain't getting it done? Or do they look at it like that? Like, you 0-6, you ain't getting, like, we might just say you can go. Like, do you think they feel that way, or are they just like,
Drink
we?
Drink has been awesome, man. I think that he has been exactly what we have needed. I think that because you got to also think about it, it's even deeper than just winning games. It's the recruiting aspect, right?
Mhm.
Like the dude has put his footprint back in Missouri, like getting a lot of the top guys, to stay home now. You still got the Jeremiah Loves who got out, Will Lee down at A&M, like and things like that, but like he's getting more of the guys that we had prior to him that's been getting out of the state.
Yeah. Well, they need to play better then. They need to play better then if he getting them guys. Because if we 0-6 against those teams with these new type of guys, and we're doing our thing in the state, I think 3-3 will be a different conversation for me against these ranked teams. I think, and I'm not trying to be tough on it or nothing, because I get how hard it is to win. Like, it is what it is. He's doing a great job, but I just think it just kind of feels like we're tier 2 with like a chance.
I think it's a coincidence though, bro. I don't necessarily believe that, like, it ain't like we get there and just what do y'all say, piss down your leg? Like, it's not necessarily that's what it is, bro. Like, you gotta think about it. You lose, you come up a yard short at Vandy this year, right? Now A&M did put it on us, right?
Yeah, but Bama was close.
Bama was close, right? You can go back to last year, right? Look at the games we lost last year, right? Ranked games.
Put it on us again.
And they didn't put on us. But other than that, we played Bama without Brady.
Yep.
Right. And then you go back, like, we went down to Georgia. We was at that game the year before that. Could have won that game. Like, so, like, that's why, like, I'm not
could have beat Georgia the year before at home.
Yeah. I'm not.
It's just.
But like, it's I think you just got to keep going in the direction that we're going to build that foundation, because right now, like, even in the SEC play, we're not really losing the teams that, quote unquote, on paper we shouldn't lose to.
Mm-hmm.
Good point.
See what I'm saying? And in the SEC, we all know that's very easy to do because it's a game, no matter what. Like, look at, and I understand it was Florida, Kentucky, but look what Kentucky just did to Florida.
Yeah, it's crazy.
If you don't bring it, man, you can get beat.
It's the same
if you don't play well.
UT.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Well, in my mind, it don't make no sense to leave then.
No,
should be a conversation.
I will say why I think one would leave. So you mentioned, let's just take the Penn State job, for example. So I think you have two ends of this thing. If you go to Penn State, you have to worry about Ohio State, Indiana, and Oregon. And depending on how your schedule is slotted, you might only see two of those teams.
Well,
it's a
couple more teams over there. Michigan not going to be down. USC going to be up. You know, like, it's still some good ball clubs.
I'm saying, you're right, but I'm saying as of late.
And
you're going to Penn State. You're not going to have any trouble getting the best talent, right?
Yeah.
It's Penn State, for crying out loud. So that's one leg. It's like, all right, I can go to the Big Ten, where I think the Big Ten is a legit top-heavy conference, in my opinion. Or, because I don't think somebody like Drink should entertain the Auburns. I know he has a connection there. Or entertain the LSUs, because you're going to be in the same dogfight. It's not going to change. But you go to Penn State, now your dogfight has kind of changed. It's you, a couple other big dogs
some people,
bite.
But to some people, like, even to Auburn and LSU, people feel like those two schools are more prestigious than Mizzou.
Yeah. Yes.
And
that's what I worry.
Different type of players. I don't necessarily.
LSU,
I think that's and even LSU, right? Maybe not LSU. Auburn for sure, right? You tell me where if I'm a guy, I'm going to Mizzou over Auburn. 10 out of 10 times.
Yes.
10 out of 10 times. LSU, I think you go down to Baton Rouge, you might get like fascinated with like what bells and whistles is.
Yeah, they put that Boosie on in Death
Mizzou
Valley.
got
You're
the
gonna want
bells
to
and
say,
whistles too, though. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
it's more the
yeah.
name, but I don't know, man. I don't know, though.
The
But
Auburn,
or
the Auburn
Stability?
thing, the Auburn thing scares me more than anything because, like, I had a chance to go out there recently and I just see like they got a mediocre ball club right now, and I mean the building is just electric. Like
rocking.
it's like every
Oh,
time. I mean, 9 national championships, double digit undefeated seasons. Like just the history of that place is insane. Now they've been down a little bit, but like it goes back to when he was there, they were winning. So it's like, man,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
So, are there any jobs open like in the Big 12? Because if I'm a coach, I'm going there. I feel like I can turn around the program quickly in the Big 12. We could be great. Or the ACC? What? Please, come
Okay,
on.
okay, State might be calling.
Oklahoma
Um,
State's got to be
Yo,
calling.
man, you
They
don't
can't
leave
afford
Mizzou
them.
for
They might
that,
be calling.
man. Madonna, like,
You gotta. It's
here's the thing.
yeah.
Y'all, this is like Mizzou, Illinois, Indiana. Give me somebody else. Give me somebody else. Boom. And I'm
In
not
that
even gonna put
area.
Illinois in
let
there.
me pull up.
I'm not
Let me
gonna
pull
put,
up my
but
right.
like those, like Bellamy and all, like that's the best gig that you can have.
What do you mean?
Like the man that won 3 straight years, probably going 10 wins. Like you ain't going nowhere. You ain't go, like
Matt.
I'm saying like they not gonna get you out of there is what I'm saying. Here's the deal. LSU
Oh,
LSU was sitting at 3 losses and
yeah.
got B Kelly and he got up out of there. They got him up out of there.
That's a good point.
You see what I'm saying? Like
But they
But he
also came in like preseason, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's a drop off to have 3
he
losses.
also he also didn't do a good job.
And they
Like
got beaten
he did
bad
it.
too.
yeah, he
He did.
didn't.
Yeah.
Drink
But
is
I
doing a good job,
he is.
but
And
the
I
job
just
the job that I envision for us in the SEC in 6 years with Drink or however many years with Drink,
Hmm.
I'm like, oh, this the year. We went into the season feeling
Yeah.
pretty dang on good about this the year, and we still like 6-2 coming off a bye. You right in position to do what you set out to do. Still, it was
That's
still there.
true.
I think that A&M taste just is right now. It tastes like it's
Yeah.
prune juice in my mouth.
Yeah. No. I agree. I agree. It's tougher after a loss, given the way we lost that game. I'm 100% agree with you. So I don't want to like get ahead of myself, but I think the conversation is still worth having. And like, I'm not saying by any means does Mizzou just say, "Hey, Drink, you're not cutting the mustard." No. We call a spade a spade. He's cutting the mustard. He's getting the job done. 10-win season last year. Season prior to that did the same thing. The job is getting done. I'm worried about someone attracting him and taking him away. I don't
yeah,
think
I
Mizzou will
get what
ever
you're
run
saying.
him out of there.
For me, I'm talking about stability, right? If you talk about stability, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
bro, he got it made. He has it made. Like you go to Penn State, okay? You go 7-5, you go 6-6. Like, do they have the patience to sit there and let you go 6-6 like we did and do this and like I don't know.
That's a good point. They probably don't,
I don't know.
but so now you think about. I just don't. I don't want to be. I don't want to. I would hate to be in that person's shoes to have to decide because it's not. You're not just picking Penn State for where they are today.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking down the line. You know what I'm saying? It's like, is the conference going to be as strong as it always has been? You can guarantee every coach in the SEC is going to have a tough schedule every year.
Mm-hmm.
But in the Big Ten, in the Big 12, in the ACC, you might have a year or two where you kind of skating, and then 11 wins.
Well,
Now
I
you
mean,
get a playoff run.
but
Well,
still in this conference as well. Like I knew when we played Georgia that day, we was all there that we wouldn't play Georgia for 4 years. And that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. When I think of a
yeah.
team that's been dominant in the SEC, I'm like, I'm glad we not playing them. Like that's
Bye.
also
Yeah,
it's so many dang on teams in these conferences. Like you got 17, 16 teams. Like
that's true.
you gonna find your little groove. I think that Big Ten schedule is actually tougher than the SEC schedule because of the travel. That's what I think is
Oh
a
yeah,
little
it
different
sucks.
about that. They go from
Yeah,
coast to I mean
yeah. Penn State going to Oregon is crazy.
bro, they have
Yeah.
to. They really got to do that. That's tough stuff right there. Now, the talent wise, I think they're close in my opinion, but I think the SEC is right there because it's just so physical. Now. It's so physical, man. I don't believe that one defense will go through the SEC and dominate like OSU is dominating their conference. Like I just don't think one defense is just gonna shut everybody down. Like you ain't
It's
scoring
impossible,
nothing.
right?
Like,
Yeah, that's impossible.
they're gonna score some points.
Yes.
I'm gonna say this. This Ohio State team is not as good as last year's Ohio State team. I think if this
No.
Ohio State team played a full SEC schedule, they would be sitting at 1 or 2 losses right now as well.
They be looking just like the other teams.
Yes. They don't have the big play threats at running back this year. They don't have the standout defense. Like it's a different team. They would not be doing what they're doing this year if they were in the SEC.
I like that Reese kid though. I'm trying to think of his name. He might be off the ball, but he play on the ball too, Mac. But he might win some national award for defense. But I think you're right though. I definitely think the talent, it took a smaller dip, but you got like Jeremiah Smith coming back. You got another kid, Tate,
Right.
coming at another level. You're like, who's the quarterback?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Right. It's some things that I just don't think. Yeah. It shouldn't be as I don't think it should be looking how it's looking right now. I think the Big Ten got to they got to come on score some points against this team, bro. It's football, man. Like you can't let nobody go out there and just we clamping up every week like that.
Week.
If you score against them the first time, they go make the adjustments, man. They on to the next game, bro.
It's dead. Yeah, you stop scoring.
Or you don't score at all.
True. Let's talk about next week. Let's talk about Mizzou's outlook moving forward. I think somebody mentioned there's still a chance to get to 10 wins. And you're right, but I'm going to put an asterisk next to that because I'm not a fan of the current bowl situation. I don't know. They made some changes when kids can leave and whatnot, but bowl games outside of the playoff bowl games have been a disappointment in my opinion. So if you win it, it's like, yeah, you won it, but they didn't have a quarterback or they had to make some team up. You're playing against the replacements. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So we have Oklahoma next week, which would be a good win. And it would have been a better win if we would have beaten A&M or if we would have beaten Vandy or if we would have beaten Bama. What are you telling your squad? Like, what do you tell a team? I remember when we were there, one loss felt like they probably feel now because it's like, oh, man, you got a loss. There's no way you're making it to the national championship game, right? Mm-hmm. 2 losses is just absolutely devastating. They're sitting at 3, don't have a shot at the playoff, but you still have a big game coming up. As coaches, how do you get your team ready to compete, J-Mac?
Well, you got Mississippi State first at home, so.
Oh, forgive me.
Yeah, no.
You can't sleep on them.
Exactly. So I think you just still preach, man. Just what they say, STP, something to prove, right? I think that mindset, man. You got to stay with it. I think you still got a young quarterback. I think you still got to figure out what we got in him and what he can do and all these other things. Maybe you let it loose a little bit. Maybe it's a little more quick game. Maybe it's a little more like Spoon said, those timing routes. Because here's the deal, we did compete 2 balls down the field. Kind of those things that we've been asking for. But man, I think you still got a lot to figure out about this team. So, I think you can beat Mississippi State, then you gear up to go into Norman and hopefully win that one, right? Then you got your rivalry game against Arkansas, right? That gets you to 9, and then you got your bowl game. But here's the deal, whatever bowl we play in, Run, I'm gonna be honest with you, we're probably gonna play against a full team because it's who's leaving. You know what I mean? Like it ain't like we're going to play Ohio State. You know what I mean? That's what happened that one year. In the
you're right, but I think it happens at all schools now, right? Like let's say we're gonna play, one of the Big 12 teams that are middle of the pack, but they got a couple of guys. Those guys are going somewhere to the SEC to go play ball.
Hey man,
find a way. Yeah.
This is how I would approach it. I heard Drink after the game. He said he got to coach better. He jumped in front of it already, right? Boom. He said the plan was, it wasn't the best plan. He's got to coach better. Now internally, you've already done that. Everybody know you took the bullet. Now internally, you got to challenge your guy. I mean, we got one guy had 74 receiving yards, and none of these other receivers, 1,000-yard receivers, nobody get open. Nobody make no play. Like I mean, come on, man. We got to practice hard. We got to let them know, hey, man, this ain't no free lunch, man. 77 yards. I ain't putting that all on the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I can't put that all on the
Oh,
quarterback because I saw
Hey,
some guys turn some balls down too. They turning balls
okay,
down out there.
Spoon.
hey, listen.
Let's stay here.
I
Yeah.
I stand on the other side in this debate. When I recruit a kid, where Mizzou's getting 4, 5-star, high profile 3-star kids. These
Okay.
kids can play football. So if they come here and of those 100 and how many scholarships we got, I can't get what I need to get done on the field. To me, that falls more on the coaching
Coaching.
and the schematic and the scheme, right? Schematically, like what you're doing, than it does on the kids. That's how I feel. Now, granted, right? I will also stand on the table and say this. I think Drink's a dope coach. I don't think you're going to find too many coaches in college football that's better than Drink, right? That's
Agreed.
how I feel, right?
But when you on that field and you playing, it's the way you play football too. Sometimes your plan just messed up and you just playing hard and everybody can see that guy's giving it all he's got. It's just not enough today, right? Like schematically, we may be boom, we may be off. This may have went this way, but I'm just sent from the outside looking in. Like I want to see players take ownership of things that's
I'm with
going
that.
on too. Like I
I think that's a
mean,
little
he
bit of that. Yeah, you should. But I'm just letting you
Yeah.
know how I view it. Because it's like,
got you.
it's also like, of those 115, 20 guys I got on scholarship,
Yeah.
I can't find 40 to 45, 50 kids that I can play that can symbolize
Mm-hmm.
like what I'm trying to do. To me, I think that's more on the guys leading the charge than the guys following orders. Now,
Respect.
I'm with you. I think, yeah, the kids got to take responsibility. And y'all know how it is, but I truly believe at that level, like, especially when you're getting guys, it's not,
Mm-hmm.
and I got to put that out there. It's not like we just take what we can get. Like, no, we're to the point now where we're kind of being selective on who we're taking, because
Okay.
that's as good of a job that he's doing in the recruiting world right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I agree with that,
Yeah,
but you got to get it right. You
yeah,
got to get it right. Like you might be selecting, and there may be another guy that if you gave him that bone, he might get it to the gristle. You know what I'm saying? And some of these guys
no, that's real
being
though.
some of these guys
Motivators,
being
yeah,
courted
I'm with
being
yeah.
courted since they flag football team where they playing for Quavo and Gunna and all. I mean, it's these kids, man. They be feeling themselves a little bit too, and
Yeah.
I just think
I'm with you.
that when you get on like now that we got 3 losses, right? We either gonna
Yeah.
barbecue or mildew, right? The season pretty
Hmm.
much it is what it is. I wanna really let them kids know, like when you step out on this field, this is your resume. Where however you play in this game, this could be your last game. This your NFL.
Ooh.
This your interview. This is like, who
You
cares where
sound like
we
an
at? We get
NFL
bowl
coach.
game.
Yeah.
Whoever they line up grandmama over there. We need to be coming off the ball. We need to
Run
be
through
playing
grandmama.
a certain way and a certain brand of football. And our brand of football right now is the zone, and it's a tough defense. And I want to see more of explosion and not just a tough defense, but defense take the ball away,
Yeah.
put points on the board for their young quarterback, and things that we lack in
Hmm.
those realms. I want to see us pick it up in other areas. Where's our special teams? I don't really know where we at with that either. Like it's just we
It's
kind of
just just
mid right
just
now in
there.
my mind.
Yeah. It's just there. It's just
So
there.
when the bowl
And
game come, I don't care who they got. We need to go out there and execute and get that win, whatever it is. I don't care if it's 7, 8, 9, or 10, whatever. We got to go get it, man.
look, J Mac, last year, I'm not sure what week it was, but you made a great point about playing. Even though it seems like all hope is lost on your season, you're still playing because now you're looking as like a destination for someone else.
Hmm.
Nobody wants to, go crazy and have great football at North Texas, and then come and play for a team that's like, when
Yeah.
I've got the big dogs trying to court me. So
Hmm.
that's another reason why I feel like, yeah, play hard, finish the season. I mean, coaches will always coach as hard as they possibly can. Always. I think Drink will coach this team as hard as he possibly can for the remainder of the season. But you want to get to 9 wins, because if I'm a guy, I look at the 9-win team, I look at the 7-win team. I'm like, I want to go win too. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? So I think that's another reason why you finish the season as strong as you possibly can, because you're still trying to attract talent.
Yeah,
Now,
don't
go
send the
ahead, Spoon.
cars home yet. Don't send the cars home yet, Tigers. You know what I'm saying? I know the snow coming. Don't book out yet, man. It's a lot of work to be done, and it's going to be important for the whole program.
Dude, it's big. Like I said, like I think I told you, it's big for recruiting, right? Like I
Yeah,
think you
that's
just
what it
said,
was.
like especially when you want to start competing, like with those teams. So yeah, you got to win the team again. You got to win a game against Mississippi State, right? That Oklahoma game, right? You got to go into Norman, right,
It's a
on the
tool.
road and win a game. It's a tool. It's a tool, right?
Yeah.
Columbia and Oklahoma 6 hours away. Like that's doable, right?
Yeah. You're
You're
looking for the same
jockeying for
talent.
the same guy. Oklahoma's in St. Louis, feet on the ground, right?
Yeah.
Oklahoma was at our game this past weekend.
Indeed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, it's big. It's big. Yeah, it's big.
Look, I understand that it is big for recruiting, but I also have been the guy who's lacing them up when you've had your dreams kind of crushed. And it takes a little bit of motivation. It takes a little something else. And I think specifically for me, at times where the dreams may have been crushed for a season, now I'm like, okay, I still want to go to the NFL. So I still want to try to play up. Is that what I'm not sure what you guys may have done when seasons didn't go the way we thought they would have gone, but how does a player find that motivation to go out there and still play the game at a high level, play in and play out?
I tell you what, those are the type of players that I want to recruit. Those type of players that's gonna ride out. You know, I remember we were playing Oklahoma and San Antonio, and you know they got a 2-score lead on us or something like that. And I'm looking at the guys on defense, and we know they running the ball, they running the power, the whole O line going to the league. Big Trent, Big
All
Phil,
of them.
DeMarco Murray on us. I mean, it ain't Gresham blocking. Man, it ain't gonna get no easier, right? So if we going out, we got to go out the right way, right? So you got to have something that's intrinsic in you, that heart, and play with pride. You know, you got to play for the name on the back and the name on the front. You know, but the name on the back, man, that's really all you got. You know, to be honest, you know, if you ain't in good favor with the name on the front. So I think the main thing, man, is to really go out there and dig deep and find something else to play for too. Not just, you know, you gotta, man, what my family, my dreams. Like I want to go to the next level. I want to put myself in the best situation to change my family's life. You know, I think that's something that these guys have to have. And those are the kind of guys I want to recruit because those are the type of guys that are coming out of Missouri, man. You got the guys going to the league doing a great job, man. These guys are some players.
Yeah.
Drink has done a great job. Pinkle, Barry Odom, everybody did a great job getting good players. And I think you know, we haven't stopped there. So I think these kids will come with that, man, because it's so much more out there, man. And in today's game where you can get your benefits right away. Like we had to wait, right? I can't even leave. You know, like it would have been a lot different, you know, if we were in the situation of these kids too.
I agree. J-Man, how do you get up as a player for this game?
Man, it's like you may need, you know, coaches may need to do a little motivating, but man, it's that we've never questioned the effort on a Missouri football team,
Nah.
right? And that's one thing Drink does a hell of a job with, man. He's going to have those guys ready to play. May come up short, but he's going to have those guys ready to play. But also the character and the mindset of the people that come to Missouri, it ain't none of that.
That's true.
If things ain't going my way, I'm gonna fold. Like, it ain't none of that. We don't get down like that. So
Good point.
I'm not
Good
worried
point.
about that. I think I think it's crucial from like an X's and O's standpoint. I think it's crucial from like a game plan standpoint. From just like that mindset that, hey, just because we're not going to the playoffs don't mean that we ain't got nothing to play for. But I think as far as like the mentality of the kids that we have, we got hard workers, man. I mean,
we do.
Even in that game we just lost, like those guys were still fighting. We were just getting beat.
Yeah.
They were still fighting. I didn't see anybody quit, you know. So
No, I didn't either. And good point. Good point. The type of kid who does come to Mizzou, especially under Drink, you know you'll come to compete. There's no quit. There's no give up. So I respect that. I respect that. So look, now I do want to talk about Mississippi State a little bit, but I also want to talk about the college football playoff. We'll just jump into that really quickly. Top 12. How do we feel? I think this is the first time, with the exception of Notre Dame, which I'll probably never think I think they're gonna always sneak in somehow. With the exception of them, this is the first time I've looked at it and said, you know what? Pretty spot on. Do you guys have any objections to the top 12? Anyone you think should be in it or who should not be in it?
Nah, it's looking pretty good. You got the right teams in it. It could be a team at 13 or 14, or somebody you slide in there over a
Yes.
BYU or something. Like, you just got to let that unfold. But when you look at it, I mean, if you think about who BYU lost to, it's probably them couple teams up in front of them, in the same
They
conference.
lost to Texas Tech. That was it.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
can't put
there it
that you
is.
lost Vandy in there, or because
Nah.
Now,
Georgia Tech didn't lose anybody good enough.
right,
Nah,
Georgia Tech had a bad loss.
it's spot on. Even though I think with my eye test, I think I would have Georgia Tech over BYU right now. And honestly, there's probably some two-loss teams I would have even over both of them. But
Mm-hmm.
just based off of being fair to the
Which
system.
ones?
It's
Who,
man, it's
Miami?
crowded. It's crowded.
USC?
Miami possibly.
USC, Miami.
Yeah, I just think they're better. You know what I mean? But I think it's
Yeah.
pretty spot on. I think it's pretty spot on.
So, question: if the season were to end today, and then Miami goes on and wins the ACC, are they automatically in, even though they're sitting at 16?
Mm-hmm.
This I don't like. I don't. I mean,
ACC champion gets in.
Yep,
That's
we gotta call
crazy.
the people. We got to call the people, man.
That's not.
Hey.
That's yeah.
I'm looking ahead a little bit, right? In 2
What
weeks.
you got?
In 2 weeks. No, I'm sorry. What's okay? Yeah, in 2 weeks, Michigan, Ohio State at Michigan. If Michigan wins out from here, can you see Michigan sliding into that? Well, I mean, I can see them getting into that
I'm gonna
top
tell you
12
right
spot.
now. I certainly hope not.
They lost to
Michigan.
They
Dog, have you
lost.
seen Michigan's some of their stat lines? I don't even
I
know how
get
they're
you.
winning games. I'm gonna go to Michigan and I'm gonna just click on something, any game, and just look at these stats, dog. Like
It ain't good.
the Underwood kid who was supposed to be all world, and he's young, but I've seen him leave games, dog. Like when Oklahoma got on him, but
It's 3 weeks from
100
now
and
they'll play Ohio State. I'm sorry. They got Maryland and Northwestern still.
but at the end of the day, the rivalry game does speak to something. It
Always.
breeds a different type of competition. So maybe
Remember they planted that flag a couple years ago. Had a good little squabble out there.
But Michigan just lost to
That was
USC.
last year. That was last
They
year.
got 2 losses. They got 2
Hey,
losses.
that was last year. Michigan beat Ohio State, right?
The Flags.
That was.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
They got 2 losses and they in the second best conference, which could
y'all
be
see-
arguably the first conference.
Y'all remember the dude that was getting roughed up from Michigan, the employee? That was Jason Avant.
Yes.
Oh no,
Was it really?
not Avant. That's your man's right there. Shout out Jason Avant, man. Michigan legend,
on, Avant.
Eagle legend.
Get out of there. All right, look, now let's since there wasn't a lot going on with the top 12. Mississippi State. Let's what does Mizzou need to do to get the win? I will be very honest with you all. Mississippi State, it feels like, I'll put it this way, when I was at Mizzou, we lost to Nebraska my senior year, where I feel like we should have played better, and then we dropped another one right after that to Texas Tech. Texas Tech wasn't ranked. The team wasn't that good. I'm not sure how many games they won that season. Playing Mississippi State kind of feels like that. It's like, no team is horrible in the SEC, so they're all capable of beating you. But when you lose a game that meant a lot to you, it's tough going down or playing another team that isn't that good. They're coming in with something to prove. You know what I mean? This is a football team that wants to win games too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've already asked how you get up for the game.
I would be having this concern if it wasn't a drink-led team. Like I said, I don't think he's going to let that creep.
Critical, man.
Nothing. That's my guy. GP's my guy.
Well, we lost one afterwards. You trying to say?
But I'm just saying it's different, man. You know what drink reminds me of a little bit. Who I'm a huge fan of is Dan Campbell in NFL. Like they got that mentality, man. That like, yeah, I might lose. Like you might hit me, you might knock me down, but guess what? On my way up, I'm gonna bite an ankle off or something. Yeah, like they like very much like Dan's clearly bigger, but like I think they think the same. So that's why
Right.
I'm not letting. I don't think that this is gonna. I just don't. I just don't.
But
And you
look,
know
Mac,
what? And if it does happen, then I can start feeding into that BS you trying to say about him potentially leaving. If
Yeah.
it does happen,
I tell you what.
I'm talking about being quartered away.
I'm just letting you know.
That can happen
Hey,
with a win or a loss.
Nah. I just,
What
I
I'm
just think,
saying.
I just think, man,
Look.
he's an ex high school football. He's got too much pride to like. He does it the right way, man. So
I'm gonna tell you something, and this nothing about coaching staff. I want you to remove yourself, like I had to do at the beginning of this
yeah,
show. We are about to go play an SEC game
at home.
with the third string quarterback, most likely.
Yeah, I agree. But I think
This
that
doesn't look good. If it didn't say Tigers on the front of that jersey, you would say, we'll see.
yeah, but even if it didn't say Tigers on that jersey, I know that we have a good running game. I know we got one of the best defenses in the nation, and I know we
bro,
got a team
fact.
coming into Faroe that's not Texas A&M, that's not
There it
Bama.
is. That's the optimism for me right there too.
But
You feel what I'm
Mississippi
saying?
State is looking to become bowl eligible. One
No,
win.
watch out, man. Listen
They
to
can
what
do
I'm
that.
saying.
They
watch
can do
out.
that in the Egg Bowl. They can do that in the
You
Egg Bowl
watch
and
out.
ruin Ole Miss.
That's
Ruin
what
Ole
I'm
Miss. Yeah.
saying.
But peep game
Look,
too though.
wait.
It's
Mississippi
not
Drink.
State
A&M,
did
it's
beat
not
a number
Bama.
12 Arizona State early
Yeah.
on.
Drink was talking big noise to them last year.
Yeah,
Remember he was
yeah.
remember he was
Yes.
talking to the whole team. Like, and was our season basically where were we at? It was kind of the same vibe as
Same
now.
predicament. Yeah.
Same vibe. Like same.
Hey, I'm
We gonna
gonna
be
I'm
on it.
gonna I'm
Coming
gonna say
off
something else.
A&M when we got beat up a little bit.
Yep. We gonna be on it.
Mississippi State lost pretty badly to A&M, 31-9. They also lost, I would consider a bad loss to Georgia, 41-21. Outside of that, they lost to Texas by a touchdown, lost to Florida by 2 points, lost to Tennessee by a touchdown. This is not a bad team, and they beat Arizona State.
No, it's not a bad
Ain't no.
team at all.
All right. They're definitely not a bad team, Kevin.
Yeah.
They're definitely not. I'll give you that for sure.
They're coming
But
to
who
our
is?
crib though. Yeah.
That's the thing, bro. We got to treat them
Come
like
to
they
our
bad
crib.
because when
Listen,
I look at they last six, 7 games, I see a lot of red L's and I see one W at Arkansas. So I tell you what, when I grew up, the Detroit Lions was like the laughing stock of the league, right? Like put bags on their heads, everything. When I went in there in the NFL, I said, man, give a by no
Lions.
Calvin Johnson and no Matt Stafford.
Yeah, all right.
These the Lions. Bring
They
out
don't
your
win
belts.
games.
They'll start acting like who they is now.
Hey, and hopefully we do take the approach, and we look at them like this is Mississippi State. But
we
I'm
better be
telling you,
prepared.
my question, you Rudd, is why wouldn't we take that approach? Like that's the thing about it. Like I love what we've done, right?
Look at his face.
But like I love what we've done, but like we still got a lot. We still proving ourselves. So why
No,
wouldn't
I'm
we
not.
take that approach?
I'm not saying we don't. We definitely take that approach. I'm
Right,
telling
that's
you,
what I'm saying.
we got a good team coming in here. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes, absolutely. But that you speaking my language. Every week in SEC, you got a good team, bro. If you would have turned that Kentucky Florida game on, you would think Kentucky is
Yes.
sitting at the top of the SEC this year.
I wouldn't.
They up that
Football,
game,
baby.
bro, threw the ball
Football.
3 times. Now they trying to say
Hey, bro,
they might have just saved.
we had lost.
They go 75,
we had lost-
save Stoops' job, this, that, and the third, all this hoop, man. Because it's
Kentucky,
that,
hey.
just like that.
Kentucky, guys, gentlemen, cut it out. Kentucky is over. It's over. Mississippi State is not Kentucky. Have they played? They haven't.
Bro,
played.
that-
They don't play this year. Mississippi
Listen,
State is
you talk
better
about
than
a Florida
Kentucky.
team. I
They
don't
are
know.
better.
I don't
You
know,
do
Kevin.
I
know.
don't know. I don't know.
It's tough to gauge that. Let's go look at some numbers.
Please do. Mississippi State is better than Kentucky, dog.
I don't know.
What? Mac,
They got the quarterback, Blake
look what he did against
Blake
Texas.
Shapen. Blake Shapen, he's thrown for 22, 34, 15 tutties, 50 QBR.
That's crazy.
The running
But
back has 105 carries, 500 yards. So 5 a buck, 5 a carry. Receiver, Brennan Thompson, 45 with 6 tutties at 800 yards. They got there's some dudes there. I mean, we
Did you
know they
see
got
what he
some
did
dudes,
to-
but
Yeah,
Kentucky
dude.
will get after them. K. Rudd, they ain't just gonna walk in there and
Bro.
whoop up on Kentucky.
Hey, look, Mac, I know
can't
you
just
got
walk
family.
in and whoop up on.
Mac,
and walk in and expect to whoop
Nobody.
up on nobody, man.
Mac, listen, I know you got family down in Kentucky, dog. That is the one team, I promise you. I'm coming in the door, and I'm like, come on, guys. Come on.
Bro,
Like,
back-to-back weeks, they beat Auburn at Auburn, then turned around and beat the snot out of Florida, who just played Georgia to a 4-point game. Like, well,
I don't care. I
who
don't
beat
care.
Miami?
Florida could have lost to Mississippi State too, though.
Yeah.
Sorry, who beat Texas, right? Right? That's who.
But
Yeah,
look,
beat Texas.
yeah, Florida beat Texas. All right, sure.
I'm just saying, bro.
Kentucky. I'm just saying Kentucky isn't it. If I had to pick one team in this conference, I'm like, yeah, go in here and take care of business and get back on the plane.
So
it's Kentucky.
You wouldn't pick a team that had their coach fired. You gonna pick Kentucky? I pick Arkansas because they got nothing right now. That's what I pick.
True.
And
I'm sorry, I forgot about Arkansas. Maybe those two.
Kentucky got two. Kentucky tied with Missouri.
With what?
Matter of fact, they got more. They just played more conference games than us, but they got the same amount of wins in the conference. It's rough.
That hurt to hear.
No, it's just. I think it puts it in perspective for you, bro. Like
they had to play their SEC schedule early too, Mac. Look, they done played 7 SEC games already.
That's a good point. They look like trash early.
Ain't no Rutgers. Ain't no Rutgers in this joint, man. Ain't no Rutgers.
It's Rutgers adjacent. They close to Rutgers.
No, man. And no disrespect to Rutgers. Great place.
All disrespect.
Some dogs that came out of there. Shout out Mohammed Sanu.
I like
right?
they got something.
Guys. Everybody got some guys. Nevada.
I'm just saying, man. But like, no, man. Like, man. It's a different style of football, man. It's different, bro. And you know what? It took me a long time to accept that because I was such a Big 12 guy. It took me. Now I do believe. I'll stand on the table and say this. When we was in college, Big 12 was it.
Yeah, you better know it. Quarterback driven.
Yeah.
Yes.
Big 12 was it.
Yeah.
That being said, it took me a long time. I was even when they even told me to come be an SEC legend, I was mad because I played in the Big 12.
I'm a Big 12
It took me a
guy.
long time to like realize that it's a different brand of football in that SEC. It's just different. That doesn't mean that it's always the best team is in the SEC because like Ohio State last year, that was the best team in football. Even though they had a hiccup against Oregon, even though they lost, that was the best team in football. Top to bottom, they paid the price for it too.
They did.
That being said, week in and week out, bro, there's not anything better than SEC football. As far as like, the skill that you see. Now there might be more exciting games. There might be better play at the quarterback position, even though I do think the SEC is catching up to like the rest of like everybody else at the quarterback position. For whatever reason, that was like the big stigma that SEC didn't have quarterbacks.
Because they run the ball so well. Yeah.
it's I'm telling you right now, it's a different style of football. It's different, bro.
Well, look. Since Mississippi State, to me, is a good team. What's your score prediction? What do you think is going to happen? Because right now
I don't want to give.
I'm giving mine
because I can't. I don't know.
You just got to take the precautionary measures and pick wisely. Because I picked 17. Crazy. I picked 17 points last week, and then the turnovers, the special teams, the defense, it kind of let me down a little bit. And I'm not saying they didn't play well because they was holding their own, but I think this week, man, it's gonna be one of them. This gonna be one of them SEC games, 26 to 20, 23. I'm gonna go there, 26, 23. We going there with us.
Spoon. Look here.
We can score 26.
I'm taking off the mom and dad goggles. I'm gonna tell you right now. We probably will score at most. I'll be happy if we get to 13 points.
Oh, so
that means we have to come in and be lights out defensively. You can see us putting up more than you can see us scoring 3 touchdowns after what you've seen.
I mean, to be honest, that game it's a one-off for me because we don't lose by 3 touchdowns. That ain't how we lost our games to teams that could be considered better than A&M.
You're right, but the defense has been playing insanely well.
Yeah,
But
then the ball ended up on the 2-yard line. You know what I'm saying? And now they boom.
True.
It was some certain things that happened. That I think
fake punt. They scored their first touchdown on 4th down.
That was
Toriano
crazy.
literally fingertips hit it. You know what I mean? So I agree.
Yeah.
It's some plays that make
No. I'm saying the defense will do their job. I didn't say we're gonna lose. I'm saying it's 13-6.
But they're gonna be going against less. I think I will say A&M's roster is more talented. I will give them that. I will give them that. So I think our defense will play better and lead the charge for sure. And I think we score on defense actually.
So look, Shapen is nothing to laugh at. He can throw the ball.
Nah, he's good. He should have beat Tennessee in my mind. That Tennessee game was their season for me.
Yeah, but I mean,
They were 4-0. They were 4-0. Tennessee come in and they lose by 7 in like overtime. That was
yeah.
And then they lost 5 in a row.
And that was
then they won against
game.
Yeah.
Of the season. But I mean, against everybody else, he is. Look,
he looked good against Texas.
I'm weird. Yes, he was crazy. And against Florida, they lost. We threw for 324. Yeah. So I'm weary of a team that will get the ball downfield, which Shapen can do. And I'm weary of our current offense. Is what I'm trying to say. So
I'm weary of the offense. I'm weary of the offense, but I think the defense is going to play phenomenal.
How else do you win if you only score 13 points? How do you win a game? With 13-10? 11? What are you talking about? We're going to get some safeties out here? You see, Mac, you realistically see us getting above 21 points? I need to hear it. You didn't. This is coming from the man who didn't want to give his prediction. You see Mizzou getting above 21 points.
Every other team did in the SEC that's played this team.
They did it. So is A&M when they were playing. People scoring against A&M. Well, he couldn't.
They didn't score against A&M neither.
We haven't scored.
That's true. They only had 9.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 24-17.
I like that, man.
I love y'all, man. Y'all.
Kevin, there's no way that we go out there and pass for less than 100 yards. There's no way we pass for less than 100 yards this week.
I also want you to understand that I'm a realist. If we went to a school where I didn't think we were very good at, if at all, I would pick us to lose the game. I hope you know that. I don't have these mom goggles on to where like I'm just like so far gone for what I was extremely excited about Zollers. I thought he was gonna based off the small sample size that we saw in Vandy. I was excited about it. I thought we was maybe throw for about 250, 2 touchdowns, right?
Yeah.
Run the ball for another 1.
That's what we needed. We was gonna be straight with that game.
So did I.
We was straight with that. And that's why it got me looking at the top like, come on.
So did I. And I'm telling you, it's time to call a spade a spade.
So what is
We're not about to come out here and score 30 points.
What is the spade? Now I'm asking you, what is the spade?
We had trouble getting into the end zone.
Second start. It's the second start, Kevin. He coming, man.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, you two don't do this to me. Don't you get me on this horse again, dog, to come out here and watch us score 13 points. I did this last week.
My question is why? Why do we struggle to score, you think?
Oh, hey, look, I leave the offensive analyst to you.
Call the spades. Call the spades.
The spade is we can't move the ball unless we're running the ball well. We can't move the ball unless we're running it well. That's the spade.
So whose fault is it?
I think it's a combination of things. One could say it's the third string quarterback. I don't care if he was all world in high school. He is the third string. That could be it. Or it could be scheme. It could be the play calling. But prior to this, we would say, hey, get the ball down the field. They come out and they try to do it. He completes 7 passes with trying to get the ball down the field. Maybe it's just not lining up. So defense, come to play again like you've done all year because we will need you because we're not scoring.
Hey, who was trying to possess that ball when he was throwing that ball though? Man, I can watch people and see like, oh, that's that ball in the air. Like Mac eyes get big. You know, like, man, like
He had a couple of overthrows that could have been decent up the left sideline and things like that. Yeah, like look, dog, I'm not telling y'all that it's we're gonna lose the game. I'm just telling you we're not about to come up there and fill up the stat sheet offensively. It's not gonna happen. Hardy will. Congratulations to him getting above 1,000 yards too. But,
and shout out to the other back because Drink had to field some questions. He had to field some questions about him not being in the game. Hardy at a certain point, he said Jamal's a good player too. You know
hey! I was on the sideline thinking, hey, y'all seen Hardy? I seen Hardy.
You definitely said it out loud. You definitely said it out loud.
What's going on, dog? What are you talking about?
Yeah. Listen, we ain't got to get into this, but I was worried why we ain't see number 2 to the fourth quarter. But hey,
Johnson, yeah. Anyway, look. So you're giving your predictions, Matt. What was your score? You said? Did you say 24?
17.
You said something about 21. We scored 17.
24. We scored 24.
Oh, to 17.
I got us at 20. I got us at 26 to 23.
yeah.
Yo, if I were fellas, before we go, last question. If you two guys were betting men, would you bet that?
Of course, because the less money you bet, when the odds are, astronomical in a sense, from the way you're looking at it, when the odds are like that, you can just put a little change on that there. Put a little change on it.
It went
and
big.
It blossoms.
Okay. All right, look, Tigers, 24 and 26. Prove me wrong. I don't see it happening, but even better, because then I might even go to OU. If we can put up 30 against Mississippi State, I might travel to that game because I want to see if it goes on the road too. But
get your hopes
fellas, hopes way high if it happens. But fellas, it's been a great night, man. Your True Sons again here, brought to you by the Players Lounge. I am Kevin Rutland here with Jeremy Maclin and Sean Weatherspoon. Y'all have a good night, and we'll see you guys again next week. MIZ.
ZOU. I'm going to say it for him.
There we go.